Like, the adrenaline's going, you're kind of in shock.
Yeah.
Right off the start. So, like, you have no idea how bad it actually is. Hello, everybody.
Boom chakalaka.
Oh, we're starting off strong. Damn. Welcome back to CattaBlah, where we're talking and playing a video game.
It's like a podcast, but better.
Or worse, I don't know. Depends if you like podcasts or...
Probably worse, because nobody subscribes.
Yes! Very true. Very valid point.
Just kidding.
Hey, we made a pretty good run this last little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Now we're going for the sympathy vote.
Yep.
Josh was in a car accident.
I was in a car accident. I'm dead. What the fuck? These guys, their fucking noses are 18 feet long. They have a hidden hitbox.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I was in a car accident just on Tuesday. I could probably put in the pictures. It's pretty bad. My car is totally fucked. They heard back from the auto body shop, and they're estimating it at like $17,000 in repairs. I don't think she's getting fixed because it's not worth that much now. But yeah, so I was driving down a fairly big road. The speed limit was 60 kilometers an hour. I don't know what that is in freedom units, but if you just bug the shit out of me because you never hold the run button. It just infuriates me. So I was going about 60 kilometers down the road, and then some old guy pulled out of an old folks home. It was a parking lot, and so obviously he needs to yield because I was on a fairly big road. You have to hold up. Yeah, this is your weakness.
No. What?
Okay, well, while you I can see while you struggle with this,
I'm holding up.
There you go. Well, I don't think you're gonna be beating that record. Yeah, so we pulled, like, the road I was on was 4 lanes. It was 2 lanes each way. So, you know, a decent sized road. And he pulled out of a parking lot, and it was like he didn't even look. Oh, you're fucked. He just went. And so I was going down the road, like, there's no obstructions from where he's turning out of, so there's not, like, the chance that he couldn't have seen me if he looked. Yeah, I know, you're embarrassing.
Why is this so hard?
You tell me. Are you also holding the run button?
Yes.
What if you don't hold the run button while you're jumping? Keep trying. So anyways, pulled out of the thing. It's like he didn't even look, and he went to pull across traffic. So, like, across my 2 lanes and then into the lane going the opposite direction. And he probably waited until I was about 20 feet away from that entrance, going 60, and then he just pulls out right in front of me. I had no time to brake. I had no time to really even swerve. I swerved just enough so I didn't, like, straight up T-bone him, because he probably would have been very injured if that had happened. And then my car went through the other 2, like, limped across the other 2. Fuck you, you little bastard. Went across the other 2 lanes of traffic, because I kind of got him on his front driver's side, and then my car just, like, limped the direction that I was facing after that point. Oh!
What?
I was 21/100ths of a second off from beating the record.
No.
So yeah, I limped across and ended up on the grass, like, on the other side. I was kind of banged up, like, my knee is all cut, both my knees were cut up, and I went to see the doctor, and he said that the bone on my knee was bruised. So, like, I can still feel it, like, it feels swollen, like, under my kneecap. And then, there you go.
It's giving me an anxiety boner.
Oh boy. Good. And then I had whiplash, obviously, so my neck and my shoulders are really sore. But yeah, so now I'm dealing with that in life. That's wonderful. Oh, we just ran right. I mean, I talked to the insurance company, and they're like, yeah, if this is how it went down, he is definitely at fault. So, I mean, all that should be covered under his insurance, so I shouldn't have to pay for anything.
If he had insurance. Oh, obviously he does.
Yes, yeah, he's got insurance. So it was just, yeah. There's nothing I can do. And it's funny because we complain about old people a lot and how they're bad drivers, and it's just like, that's just, what the fuck? That's just like exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah. They're honestly the worst. I don't think we have to go much into it just because we have talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
And how we think it should be for them getting extra tests with, and apparently they do when they get older. I just don't think that's enough.
How do I get in there?
I don't think bad drivers are penalized enough.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, who knows if he's ever been in an accident before or whatever the case. Like, I mean, you know, he could have almost been in a bunch of accidents, but until he's actually in one, you know, I guess you wouldn't. There's nothing to penalize.
Yeah. That day, fuck. Kathy scared the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, so we play on a volleyball team together, and like I was. I mean, I guess you could probably say I was still kind of in shock, really, because like I was just in this big accident. Like the airbags went off my car and everything. I don't really remember the airbags even going off at all. I just kind of remember like my car limping across the road after we hit. And, like I feel like I kind of lost some time in there, but maybe that's just because everything happened so fast that you know my brain really didn't have time to process everything. I don't know. But yes, we play on a volleyball team together. I had texted one of the people on my team. How the fuck do I get? Oh, I think that's I fall down from the top. I had texted one of the people on my team. So I just assumed that she would, you know, tell everybody else on the team. So tell your part, I guess now.
Yeah. So we're sitting there and waiting. We're like, "Where's Josh? Where's Josh?" And we were all under the assumption just because you had hurt your back when you were at karaoke.
Yeah.
And and I was sitting there like, oh yeah, he was telling me that his back's hurting, so maybe he's not showing up. And then, Kathy comes in and says Josh was in a bad car accident, and I don't know why, but like I got so worried. I don't.
Well, accidents are never good. Like you never know, I guess.
And I don't know if you guys have people out there like that, but there's those people in your life like I couldn't even imagine what my life would be like if you died. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and it freaks me out to think about it. Like there's a couple of people in my life where I just don't know how I would handle if something ever happened to them.
Yeah. And
you're one of them, and to hear that, like, and then just hear bad car accident and then ask if you're okay, and then nobody knows. And then, like, I didn't know if Brittany had texted from your phone or what had happened. But yeah, I was sitting there like, should I even be playing right now, or should I be going to see what the hell's going on? Yeah, that was seriously dumb.
Yeah, I had been in like a fender bender before. I'd never been in like a big accident like that before.
Yeah, and then I seen the picture of your car and I was like, holy hell, like, is he
dead? Yeah.
And yeah, it's just one of those things in life where you know you're gonna have to deal with it eventually, of people passing away, but I haven't had to deal with that yet, fortunately.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about like car accidents is just like it's not something you ever expect to happen, right?
Yeah.
Like you never know when. Oh shit. You never know when somebody's gonna get in a car accident. You never know what could happen. Oh my god, where did I miss this fucking rat? Like you just never know.
I remember when I phoned you after the game, said I felt like a needy wife. It's like, are you okay? Do you need me?
Yeah, like, you have time for a phone call? You feeling for a phone call?
I was worried. It was like, I just need to talk to him.
It was very nice of you.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just, I think everybody has those people in their lives where just you don't. They're such a huge part of your life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was very thankful. Like, a lot of my friends were really great. I got a couple phone calls, like, that night.
Yeah.
So it was just... I mean, it's very appreciated, because, I mean, obviously, I was still kind of freaking out about it, because it had just happened. It was, I mean, a fairly bad car accident, in my opinion, because, I mean, it could have been very bad. And, I mean, looking from the outside, like, as friends, yeah, you guys don't know... what happened. You just know that I was in a car accident. You know, you had the picture, but that was about it. Like, who knows, right? So, one of these, there's a secret in.
Oh.
Maybe not. Oh, hey, that's where I wanted to be off the start. Excellent. Oh, I can just kill. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was not fun, and I mean, even not being at fault, it's still a pain in the ass to deal with, because, I mean, like, right now, I don't have I guess I have a rental vagina. Oh my god. So...
That's the best.
Yeah, I go from, like, I had my Mustang before, and I go to having a fucking Kia Soul, which is like driving around in an actual vagina. It's the worst car ever.
Can you see if you can do it?
Alright, let's...
It is kind of annoying though, isn't it?
Yes, I feel like it's probably your best chance is actually having Dixie Kong. Especially once those bees catch up to you.
Alright. I'm not gonna beat the record. No!
There's still time. Nope, there's no time. But yeah. Woo! Woo! Any of you guys out there been in a car accident? It sucks. Tell me your story. I mean, I feel like in the States is even worse, because there's like the whole, you could sue for punitive damages. Like, suing is a big thing down in the States, not so much here in Canada. So, like, that's where a lot of times you hear, like, oh, they got like $100,000 or $1 million in whatever settlement, right?
Yeah.
So, you don't really see that in Canada.
That old guy can chuck balls, man.
Oh, he was born chucking balls. He chucked balls back in Nam. Oh shit!
Woo!
See how easy that is, Dustin? You got crushed by that old guy. Uh-oh.
Twice.
But yeah, let me know about your guys' if you have any bad stories from car accidents. Some of the ones that you see, like, where cars are just, like, destroyed, flipped over, you know, if it happens on a bigger road, and then they, like, you know, crash into a guardrail and that kind of stuff, like, it gets scary. I couldn't imagine being in a car accident like that.
I mean, you kind of did. Didn't you go over into the oncoming traffic?
I did. Like I said, it could have been a lot worse if there had been oncoming traffic. Because, like, I went across 2 lanes of traffic. You have any traffic in there at all, not only would my front end got crushed, but then after my airbags went off from the first time, well, now I'm getting hit from the other side and getting bashed around by oncoming vehicles on the other side.
It's hard to say what would have happened.
That could have been some nasty business. So I guess you could say, as much as it sucks, I was kind of lucky in that sense.
Did you feel lucky after you had realized what had happened when you got out of the car?
I didn't even know. I was like, well, you know, a lot of times in car accidents, you know, you're like, the adrenaline's going, you're kind of in shock.
Yeah. Right
off the start. So, like, you have no idea how bad it actually is. Like, you don't know if you actually have injuries, but you just can't feel them because of the adrenaline's going.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that I hurt, and that's with the adrenaline going, so I was like, I don't know how... Because the EMT showed up, and then, so they kind of checked me over, and they're like, oh, you know, what hurts? Do you have any injuries, anything bad? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. I know my knee hurts. You know, my shoulders and my neck are sore, but that's about all I know. Like, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Oh, great. So yeah, I really have no idea. Come tomorrow, I might feel quite awful, actually.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of the times that is the case. Because after, all the adrenaline wears off and everything's starting to kick in, that's when you really feel it. I don't know what I'm... How do I... Oh. Throw this big donkey. Okay, cool. Get the hell out of here. Oh, good.
What did your parents say when you told them?
Well, my mom phoned me right away. I just... And I like messing with her sometimes because I know she gets really worried.
Yeah.
I just sent her a picture of the car, and I was like, well, I don't think I'm going to be driving this anytime soon. Immediately the phone call, obviously.
Yeah.
So I got the phone call. Fuck, this bird is so floaty. Got the phone call, talked about it. She's just asking, are you okay? What happened? Etc., etc. Same thing as anybody, really.
Yeah.
Ugh. Do I keep going for it? Because you get golden coins and you use those to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Why did I go? But yeah, that's been my life for the last freaking week, is trying to deal with that. And it's just a pain, honestly. It's just be having to go through insurance, like even... And the thing is, like, all the stuff that you're supposed to do after you get in a car accident, like you need to get their name, their insurance, their license, all that stuff. Well, you're kind of still in shock. You don't even think about that sometimes. And honestly, in this case, in this case, we got in the accident, and right after, I was kind of still out of it a bit after I got out of my car, and then right away, there was another lady in his car, and she, walked him off somewhere. I have no idea even where they went. So, they just disappeared.
That's weird too.
So I didn't get to talk to him. I didn't get his insurance information. I didn't get anything. I didn't even know his name. So I was like, well, let's hope that the police took all that information down. Otherwise, I don't have this guy's name, insurance information, nothing.
Yeah.
So luckily I went down to the police station, and I gave them the witness thing that I had signed and the police file number and whatever, and so they had all his information and everything, so I was able to get that to my insurance and whatever. But yeah, it's just not fun dealing with at all. There's nothing good about it.
Did you not want to ask him what the were you thinking?
Well, honestly, I kind of caught up to them as they were walking away, and I asked them, I was like, are you okay, first of all? Because old guy could have died right then and there.
Yeah.
So I asked him if we're okay. He didn't say anything. He just kept walking, and then the lady was like, "Oh yeah, he's all right. He's got a cut on his hand, and he just needs to go sit down or whatever."
It's kind of dickish that he wouldn't even talk to you.
Yeah.
I'd have been upset.
Well, he was me. You know what? Fuck this. I'm not even gonna go for it anymore. It's annoying. It wasn't great, obviously. I guess my first instinct wasn't to get mad because I feel like I was still kind of out of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, did you even look? The only way that you would have hit me here is if you didn't even look at all before you crossed. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Because there was no traffic coming. There's no trees or anything in the way to so that he won't be able to see me or nothing. There was no reason that he shouldn't have seen me.
I probably would have said that to him too. What were you thinking?
To be honest, as soon and I know we bitch about old people a lot, and there is kind of a reason for it. But as soon as he got out of the car and I saw he was an old person, I was like, I am not even surprised.
Yeah.
And I was like, yep, that makes perfect sense. That's exactly what we bitch about all the time.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to make it sound like, what do you call it? Is it prejudice? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want it to sound that way, but they're not all there. They really aren't. And I know there's a lot of people in the older generation that would say, well, how dare you want to take away my license? Well, let's just do a reaction test. Your reactions versus somebody that's 30 years younger than you. And there's a reason why you're not able to react to these things or know exactly what's going on. Like I've talked to many older people that always say I'm not as sharp as I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
My brain works slower.
Yeah.
Than when I was younger. And yeah, so at what point do you go, maybe these people shouldn't be driving?
Yeah. I don't know. It would be really easy to get mad in that situation, and it's not good to be, like, if you're in a car accident, to, you know, get mad and make a big deal out of it, because then you look worse. And they, you know, if you do something, they could potentially come after you, really.
I would just say, well, of course you're fucking 90 years old.
Yeah, like, well, yeah, that makes sense. So, like, I didn't get mad or anything at him. I went and checked to see if he was okay, and then just waited for, like, the EMT and the police to come. Oh, great. That was good. So, that was what happened in my week. But everybody, yeah, thankfully I've got a lot of good people in my life. Everybody's been great about it. They've been saying, you know, if you need anything, if you need a ride somewhere, whatever. Like, even my boss, when I emailed in, I emailed in, told him, I was like, this is what happened. I'm going to take today off, and I'll probably have to work from home for a couple days, at least until I feel better / get, like, a rental car. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, for sure, get better. If you need a ride to the doctor or anything, let me know. So everybody's been really good. That really helps, just having that support there. Because, I mean, you like to think that you're fine, and I mean, to a certain extent, I kind of was fine, but it's still just nice to have that support there and people kind of behind you.
Yeah.
Kind of give you a crutch to lean on so that you can kind of get back on your feet after. So
yeah,
that was really nice. And on that note, we're gonna leave the episode off there.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys on the morrow.
Goodbye. But
please subscribe. Thank you. I was in a car accident, guys. I need at least 10 subscribes, otherwise I don't think I'm gonna make it. So please, thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.